So, Cardi B kicked off SummerSlam this year and was quite clearly reading from an auto cue or some kind of cue card. And if you're interested in what I think about this, I do not care. If that's what made her more comfortable, more power to her. It means one day if you become Cardi B and you host SummerSlam, you can do it too. What? More importantly, welcome to Ups and Downs, the only wrestling review show you need. And please go share this with your wrestling friends today. Even if they hate me, it'll be fun because you can discuss it. Listen, people are angry on the internet right now, which always means something big go down in sports entertainment. Let's give the good bits an up, and the bad bits a down. Now let me start with a down as well, and I think I could be wrong, but I double checked it, so now I'm more confident, because when Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker came to the ring, WWE has done that thing where they merged their themes together. If you're a long-term fan of me, the bald a-hole, you know I can't handle this. I don't know why. It's a pet peeve. It drives my brain crazy. All I hear is this. It's like when Brie Bella used to come out and you got that theme song that went, Brie Mud. I used to fall on the floor because I couldn't handle it. This is a stupid way to start the show, but it's getting it down. Don't do it. Just come up with a new song. Anyway, it was those two taking on Roman. I am going to take 57 years to get to the ring because it's a pay-per-view Reigns and Jey Uso. And honestly, this was just a barrel of laughs. What a fantastic opener. Like when they told us it was going to be on SummerSlam, it kind of feels like more like a TV match. What do I know? Absolutely nothing. And the dive that Roman Reigns did, where he almost ended up on the moon, was incredible. And Bronson Reed did one too. At the end of it, I was like, they could actually both be dead. Can somebody please check on them? However, we do have to do our admin here on Ups and Downs. It's a 2 on the dive counter. I also want to shout out Bronson Reed as well because he is now wearing the stolen sneakers from Roman around his neck and calling it the Shula Fala, which is the greatest thing of all time. And Bron Breakker was hilarious during this match too. He applied a chin lock to Jey Uso once and was singing at Roman Reigns going, "You suck, nobody likes you. This is what we need to do." I know that Seth Rollins is back properly now, which we'll talk about later, but don't have them as nameless henchmen in the background. Let them be idiots, because they are so good at idiots. Also, I realised, and somebody put this out on the internet, so thank you. 1, on the crime counter, Bronson Reed stole his shoes. Wade Barrett at 1.2 said that Roman Reigns looks so good he may not be real, so I was on the floor again. And this Bron Breakker, he had a standout performance. His speed, his timing, his pacing, like everybody was good in this, but you can just see the WWE is trying to get him to cook, and he's making us some waffles. Now I'm a bit worried, because there's footage out there of him limping after this match, so I hope it's okay. This comes back to the Seth Rollins injury. Now we can't trust anything. We also had story beats in here as well, because at one point Roman Reigns sacrificed himself to save Jey Uso, and he took the spear from Bron Breakker. Let's face it, there was a 5-year period when he wouldn't have done that, and this is when Jey Uso powered up. He got rid of Bron Breakker, he super kicked Bronson Reed when he hit him with that damn splash, and he pinned him for the 1-2-3. So all those people that were yelling at me all week going, "Oh man, WWE's given up on Jey Uso. You had a bad morning." You should just go sit down and watch it. Don't worry about the world, don't worry about your problems. This is the ultimate distraction, and Jey Uso got the pin, and him and Roman Reigns were dancing afterwards. I am giving it up. I thought it was tremendous fun. Sometimes that's all I need. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne, Perez and Raquel Rodriguez for the women's tag team titles came after this too, and it was a massive tick box. Now listen, we do have brand new champions. WWE, you have a habit of putting these belts on new people, and then they vanish into the abyss. They become ghost titles. That cannot happen. I'm having way too much fun. There's that word again. And Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, whoever came up with this tag team, give yourself a Barry Horowitz pat on the back. President Rodriguez made sure to beat up Charlotte at the start of this, because why the flub not? When Alexa did get like a lukewarmish tag, and she ran in and she got poked in the eye. I was like, Alexa, that was a terrible plan. It then got even worse because Rodriguez tagged herself in and Bliss didn't realise. She went for the Twisted Bliss, and not only did Roxanne Perez get her feet up, but Raquel Rodriguez then ran over her. Also, we should give a shout out to Raquel. I think what may have happened is some criticism from Kevin Nash got to her when he said, "You need to act more like a big woman slapping woman meat," and ever since then, well, she's doing exactly that. She's great. Charlotte then got the hotter tag, and honestly, she's quite clearly having such a good time at the moment. You can feel it coming through the screen and whacking you in the face. And then, you're not gonna believe it, the allies of convenience accidentally smashed into each other, and it looked like Charlotte blamed Alexa. I mean, whatever will happen next, I guess they can't coexist. Right after that too, the Judgment Day made sure to hit all their finishes on Alexa Bliss, but Charlotte Flair was able to break it up when we created some space and Charlotte was in the corner. Forget having a competitive match. We need to do some teases. So it looked like she was going to boot Alexa Bliss right in the face when she went, nah, I'm going to hit Raquel instead. Thankfully, Alexa had Roxanne Perez in the Sister Abigail DDT position. She smashed her down and she beat her for the 1, 2, 3. And look, I like the Judgment Day. I'm a huge fan, but this was the right thing to do. And the story here was wonderful. As the commentators laid into as well, maybe, just maybe, they're now friends. So if you did buy an Allies of Convenience t-shirt, you just got boned. Some of Alexa Bliss's facial reactions through this as well were so damn good. I guess I want a t-shirt now that says something like, we are slowly becoming friends, but please wait and see what happens, because maybe we can't coexist. I'm sure you can get that on the front and the back like this. Is a Baldy t-shirt. Yes, I ripped off Aldi, don't worry about it. Buy it on Pro Wrestling Tees, but I'm giving it an up. It's the right title change. Charlotte and Alexa just have great chemistry. Roxanne and Raquel, they're great too. I like this division. So I'm looking at you, WWE. Don't go and do that thing you always do. A bunch of wrestlers then ate some pizza, because why wouldn't you do that on a pay-per-view? When we got to Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, if you watch any of my content, you know I like Karrion. He stands out a mile on the roster because he just acts in a different way. I think Sami Zayn is one of the best baby faces of the modern day. But I did not really understand this match. In fact, I thought it was a blit 2 + 2 equals potato. Like, the work was fine and all, but at one point Scarlett gave Karrion a pipe, because that's what they like to do. They like to hit people with pipes. And this wasn't able to happen because the referee kind of turned around and then Sami Zayn was doing his thing, put one on the dick board, because we definitely got some distracting here. But when Sami Zayn went to use the pipe and threw it away, everybody booed. And before that, he had kind of been pummeling Karrion Kross, as the commentators told us, oh my gosh, maybe Karrion Kross is right, and Sami Zayn does have an evil side to him. I was like, wait a minute, that's not an evil side. If somebody hit me with a pipe, or tried to hit me with a pipe, which is attempted murder, 1, I'm going to be super mad, and 2, you damn right I'm going to beat that person's ass. That doesn't make you some horrible being, it makes you normal. Right after that too, of course, Sami Zayn hit the least devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the Blue Thunder Bomb. And did it work? Of course it didn't. It never does. When, yeah, he threw away this pipe and Karrion got the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up. When Sami Zayn did the exploder into the corner, he hit the louver kick, 1, 2, 3. Was kind of it. There's also rumours out there about Karrion Kross and Scarlett's WWE contracts, but let's not talk about that. We have to wait and see it play out. I just did not really get the story here. So it's a tough one because I really do enjoy both guys, but I got the impression this was WWE drawing a line under Karrion, but I do not know, so I give it a shrug emoji. I always like the fact they approach things differently, but I do have to give it a down. It just happens sometimes. If you loved it, more power to you, but this one was not for me. I mean, they'll both be perfectly fine because they are talented. That's just how I felt about it. And I think WWE sat down Tiffany, Stratton and Jade Cargill and said, listen, you're about to have a championship match. Why don't you go out there and just do 7 minutes of hard-hitting, really good, solid work? They did do that. It was the Paul Heyman strategy, lean into their strengths. I was pleasantly surprised by this. I thought it was fine stuff. And no, it's not going to feed anybody's families, but not every single thing you see on TV in 2025 has to be the best thing ever. It can just be good. Speaking of 2025, we got a dive, put a 1 on the dive counter. They kind of went back and forth as well, because do not forget we had a babyface over there and a babyface over here, although we also sold it like Jade Cargill is an absolute beast, and we came up with quite a creative fault finish, because she did hit Jaded, but they kind of ended up in such a schmoz that when she did that pin, when she pulls the leg all the way back, like she's trying to break somebody's skull, Tiffany Stratton's foot went on the ropes. The ref was like, I'm very sorry, Jade. I looked through the book, and that's right, you're not allowed to do that. It counts as a rope break. It meant much like last month, Jade Cargill was like, well, now I'm going to hit you with an avalanche, Jaded, and I'm going to kill you. But you don't want to be on the top rope, because Tiffany Stratton did. I suppose I'll call it a Hurricane Run. It looked pretty damn horrendous in a good way. Jade Cargill was then laying on the mat. Tiffany was like, I'm so happy where I am. I'll hit the PME. And she got the 1, 2, 3, and that rhymes, so it must be true. So I think we did a decent job here, because Jade Cargill sort of feels protected, and Tiffany Stratton is on a right roll, but she has to keep defending this title against proper superstars. Kind of feels like the last one was Charlotte at WrestleMania, but that is 2 for 2, and she beat Nia Jax in between. So if you're trying to build a superstar, why not? Kind of surprised me in terms of the fact I thought Jade Cargill was going to win, but I'm giving it up. I liked it. It worked. Once again, we're not going to write any letters home about it, which is a weird thing to do anyway. It's all right in my book. I'm just going to shout out Jelly Roll after this, because honestly, what a wonderful human being. I've no idea what I mean by that, but you could just tell in this tag team match that came next, he was having the time of his life. Everybody has said he puts the work in, he really likes wrestling, and the same goes for Logan Paul too. You can say what you like about him in the real world, but as we are here to talk about his wrestling, the dude is improving, the dude is getting better. So you take these two so-called outside entities and you throw them into the squared circle. I got nothing but respect. They did a damn good job. You also had Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, who totally understood the assignment, so they were ring generaling the whole thing. And of course, Logan just slapped Jelly Roll. You shouldn't do that to anybody, you're just gonna piss him off. Turned out Logan has never played WWF No Mercy either, because he tried to slam this guy, but he wasn't able to do it. When Jelly was like, well, I bet I could slam you, and he threw him on the ground. Honestly, I just sat there and I pondered, I'm having a good time. And why do I watch wrestling? To have a good time. Let's go Jelly Roll. What really made me happy is that Randy Orton once again did his RPG puff. Like, he just sends hype towards Jelly Roll, all of a sudden goes crazy, and eventually Drew and Randy were going at it too. And I suppose the big moment is when they did spill to the outside, Randy and Drew took each other out when, surprise, surprise, Jelly Roll was lying on an announce table and Logan Paul did the most amazing splash from the top rope through that piece of wood. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a picture on the screen right now. You got to see it in motion, as well as Roman Reigns' dive earlier. It was pretty damn amazing. One on the dive board. That even led to a 1986 angle when we were like, oh no, Jelly Roll is injured. And he was being helped to the back before he changed his mind. He ran to the ring. He got the hot tag from Randy Orton. And this Mother Hubbard ran wild. I mean, he chokeslammed Logan Paul. I hit a big boss man slam onto Drew McIntyre. And I was actually cheering because I have a problem. But the issue was, he forgot that Drew McIntyre always has a med pack. He brings one in his backpack. And as soon as he could, he got to his feet. And he smashed Jelly Roll with a claymore. Damn. Orton instantly took Drew McIntyre out with an RKO because he always does that. When Logan Paul grabbed Randy, he threw him into the ring post when he hit the Splash of the Frogs onto Jelly Roll. And that's right, he beat him 1, 2, 3. I really do think this was 100% the right thing to do, and I predicted it as well, so we do the Dance of Joy, but it also probably means Jelly can come back to WWE and do something else with Logan Paul, because he needs to get his revenge. Massive round of applause. This was an excellent tag team match, and also the third tag team match on night one, and look, nobody cared, everybody had a good time, something for WWE to remember. But I'm giving it an up. If I was going to choose an MVP for night one, I would give it to first name Jelly, last name Roll. Like, seriously, I am totally in love with this guy. I only ever think I've heard one of his songs, so I think the experiment has worked. When we did indeed get to our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it did feel massive, CM Punk versus Gunther, and the idea here was Gunther was gonna try and kill him. He beat CM Punk for a long ass time. I say this a bit on the down low. I think we probably could have cut 5 minutes off this match. Like, I got it. At one point, I was like, listen, I understand. We're trying to murder CM Punk, but we can probably do it in a shorter period of time. What I really love, though, is the small things, though, because CM Punk kept trying to avoid Gunther's chops, but every time he got hit by one, he would be down the floor like, oh no, what am I going to do? And then really soon, probably within 5 minutes, both of these guys had massive welts and bruises on themselves. They were laying it in. Gunther then applied a sharpshooter, which made me laugh, because I was like, don't you usually do a Boston Crab, even though you're not from Boston? But we did this just so CM Punk could reverse it and put Gunther in the sharpshooter. And that's when Wade Barrett and Michael Cole started to go, oh man, Gunther seems to get a bit worried when his confidence is knocked. Let's hope nothing else happens, because he could be in a little bit of bother. And I'm sure nothing like that will go down, I'm lying. Before all of that, though, he was just lowering CM Punk's MP and HP until it was basically zero. Like, even when Punk went for the GTS, Gunther was like, nope, and he hit him with 2 bomber powers, and he got a 1-2-0. He was so damn happy at this point, though, he started prancing around when he posed on Alan the announce table. I was screaming at my television set, why does no one listen to me? Like, you shouldn't listen to me, nobody should. But you cannot pose, you cannot hit the D-pad mid-match. This is when CM Punk kind of wiggled and jiggled. Gunther fell to the floor, and when he rose from the ashes, he was bleeding. And we actually saw him go like this and look at his blood, and you could see it in his eyes. He thought he was immortal, and now he realized he wasn't, and I do believe his confidence went now he was in trouble. Once again, Wade and Michael Cole just sold this wonderfully, and Gunther is such a good professional wrestler. He got this across with his body language, which is when CM Punk came fighting back. He was able to get 1 GTS, when Gunther literally did this. Was so damn happy, like a video game. But as he wouldn't go down, Punk hit a second GTS. Hey, you're not going to believe it. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, and here, in August 2025, CM Punk is the brand new World Heavyweight Champion for 5 minutes. Now, he really did sell this like he was the brand new Santa Claus when Seth Rollins' music hit, as we had thought would happen. And originally, he came out on crutches and with his massive leg brace going, I'm gonna cash in my money on the bank on you eventually. When he turned around, he became Kaiser Soze. He threw the crutches on the ground. He got rid of the knee brace. Can you believe it? Everything he did at Sunday's main event was a giant work. The rumors are true. He then ran to the ring and absolutely murked CM Punk with his briefcase shots. When he did cash in his briefcase, and of course the referee was like, give me a minute, I just need to figure this out. Oh, I do understand. When he turned around, he gave the stomp to Punk and he beat him. And as has now been confirmed on the internet, CM Punk's reign with that belt lasted less time than Drew McIntyre's. I think that was intentional. Rollins' group came out to celebrate afterwards and they made it very clear this had been the plan for weeks, so all those stories we had heard were true, and all of that is okay. Wrestling is meant to work us. You don't have to feel like a fool. I've seen so many accounts saying, oh, I knew this was going to happen. Well then, it sucks to be you, because that takes the fun away. What we really should be talking about is this doesn't make any sense. I don't want it to make sense. Sometimes goofy wrestling is for life, but Seth Rollins could have done this in exactly the same way because Gunther had still beaten CM Punk half to death. Now, I understand the argument, yes, Simon, but he was surprised because he thought Seth Rollins was injured. I don't care. It worked. It worked as a feud, and now whatever we do with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, my gosh, it can level up to 4,762. I mean, it should get to nuclear levels, so I'm absolutely giving it an up because it was entertaining and it made me happy and it made me want to run and share it with my friends because I had a reaction to it. I mean, it's full-on sports entertainment and that's why it's totally cool if WWE isn't for you, but they love doing moments like this. Goes back to my old stupid catchphrase. If you walk into a burger restaurant and you order a pizza and then you're shocked they don't have any, well, I kind of feel like this is on you. Everybody played their part brilliantly here too, like their facial expressions were excellent, and it's not Shakespeare. Honestly, I think some people expect a little bit too much from pro wrestling. Simple can be effective. Can't remember if I gave it an up, but it's definitely getting an up. Really good end to night one. SummerSlam night one overall, I'm giving it an up too. Like some of it was kind of in the middle, but I walk away with a good feeling in my heart, which is the worst thing I've ever said. Now, of course, please do let me know what you thought about SummerSlam Night 1 in the comments below. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Head over to this video on the screen now, which is ups and downs for SmackDown. Hopefully I get my grammar right. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning, because there is another night of SummerSlam. Not gonna lie, not totally sold on that at the moment, but wait and see. I'll see you then.